Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to Eli's Tricked Out Treats Holiday Edition. Today we're going to take an original plain cheesecake and show you how to turn it into a holiday masterpiece. We're going to start by making our own bittersweet ganache. Start with 2 cups, which is approximately 12 ounces of your favorite bittersweet chocolate. To that we're going to add about 12 ounces of heavy cream that I've heated to almost boiling in a microwave. Then you're going to whisk the chocolate into the heavy cream. Whisk until your chocolate is completely melted and combined with the heavy cream, and you'll see it'll thicken up. If the chocolate is not dissolving properly, you can always put it on the stove or a little hot water to help melt out the chocolate. Now our ganache is done, and we can use this to coat our cheesecake. What we have here is our Eli's original 9-inch plain cheesecake. I have this paper here to remind everyone to take the papers out before you go to enrobe the cake. Press it together, and then I've set it on top of a bowl, anything to get it up above my metal pan here so that the chocolate can drip off. At this point, I'm going to take just a little bit of ganache and kind of spread it to fill in a few of those cracks. It works best to work with a cold cheesecake. That'll help set up your ganache a little quicker. So here I've just kind of put a thin layer on top. Now we're ready to enrobe the cake. I'm just going to take most of my chocolate and just pour it till I see it cover. And I'm going to use a spatula here to just kind of push it over the edge. This is why it's been put on top of a bowl, so you can see how it can then drip off all the way around. Clean off the edges. So I'm just going to lift up the cake. It's already on a cardboard. We're going to leave it on its cardboard to make it easier to move. And we're going to set it on our plate. We need to put it in the refrigerator to help set up the ganache for a little bit, and it'll make it easier to cut. Now we're going to make our chocolate shavings. I've just taken some of my bittersweet chocolate and melted it in the microwave. You just need about a tablespoon, and you're going to spread that out, and you just want to make it nice and thin on your granite countertop. You can also do this on a metal cookie sheet, anything that you can get cold. Then you just wait until it kind of loses its color and you can't get fingerprints on it. And you're going to take your shaver and just carefully shave your chocolate into curls. And if you don't have one of these, in a pinch, you can get your ice scraper out of your car. Just make sure you sanitize it first. Now we're just going to hand place chocolate curls around the edge while it's still a little bit shiny. Shiny means that it's still wet and you can stick things to it. This is why it's better to work with a refrigerated cheesecake as opposed to a frozen cheesecake. Frozen cheesecake, that ganache is going to set up so quickly, sometimes it's hard to then put our shavings onto the side. And you can also, instead of using shavings, if you don't want to make the shavings, you could use your favorite Jimmy or holiday sprinkles that they have, or even chocolate chips would work. I'm using the smaller shavings for the sides, and I've kind of set aside my bigger shavings to put on top as the final decoration. This is something fun to do with the kids. They can help you, but a lot of the chocolate ends up in their mouth. Now we have a couple of big shavings that I can just set on top. And then I like to take just a few raspberries, just for a pop of color. And finally, you can just dust it with a little bit of powdered sugar. But just before serving, because if you put this back in the refrigerator, the powdered sugar will dissolve. And then use those same garnishes for plating. You'll be happy to see that the cake is pre-sliced. So the lines will show on top a little bit, and that will give us a perfect slice for each of our guests, and you get to look like the hero. We're going to take a little of our reserved ganache and drizzle it onto the plate. Then I'm going to place some raspberries either on top or on the side or both. I'm going to finish with a dusting of sugar to give it that little bit of snow look. And then if I'd like, in the end, I'll steal some chocolate off of my cake and place it on each of the slices. And here's our festive holiday treat from Eli's Cheesecake. Happy holidays, everyone!